But it is given to people outside the ministry.
And given to COSASI. And that is it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything from Ministry of Defense is actually restricted. The knowledge is restricted, but can be shared.
It is official.
Yeah. That means it's official.
In other words, Honorable Sibambi, what the minister is saying is that read it, it is restricted, not to be shared with others beyond this committee. And if anyone is found outside the committee with it, and they end up in the basement, please don't call my number. I also don't want to go there.
Are you referring to the parliamentary basement or?
No, the basement where Uganda is taught. I mean where Uganda is taught by force. Okay, I think let's allow the minister to proceed and present the document which is in response to our inquiry. Then we shall begin from there. Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
I have come with a team, and the technical team is headed by the permanent secretary, whom I will ask to help me respond to some of these issues, especially referring to the payments, and I will come in to respond to some. So we should be able to do that. Yeah. Yes.
We are going to start with issue number 2 on what was requested of us by COSASI. And we'll end with venture arrangement. And we are saying the rationale for joint venture arrangement as opposed to the alternative options of leasing or direct acquisition of aircrafts, which had been under consideration by Uganda Air Cargo Corporation prior to the agreement, was one, that Uganda Air Cargo Corporation was at the time experiencing a long-standing air assets constraint. For example, the aircrafts were perennially not readily available on call to transport UPDF troops and their equipment to and from the mission areas. The mission areas here we are referring to Somalia, where we have been engaged for quite some time. So on top of that, Uganda Air Cargo's aircraft C-130 was most of the time grounded due to technical and mechanical defaults, which made it unreliable for the transportation of troops and equipment. Number 3 was that the joint venture partner offered a better option not only to Uganda Air Cargo Corporation, but for the entire transportation industry of Uganda. The joint venture through MBM proposed to bring 7 aircrafts, and they were supposed to start with 2 of them. And this was for Uganda Air Cargo's business.
Honorable Minister, where is this provided for? Who provides the 7?
The MBM.
Where is it provided for?
It is in the MOU.
Where is it? I did ask for it and I received no answer.
Honorable Chair, we have a copy here, which we did not come ready to, we did not make several copies, but only If
You can
we could-
authenticate it and give
we-
it to us. We
If you
shall.
can use your able services, that a few more copies can be made, and we
Yeah,
obtain
we
our-
shall use our resources, and then you reimburse.
government. Sorry.
Honorable Kayondo, you are out of order. Yes, proceed, Madam Buturo. Biengoma, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So they had proposed to bring 7 aircrafts, but they were to start with 2, and it's provided for in Article 7(2)(b) of the MOU. Yes. This was to be done while Uganda Air Cargo was upgrading its own aircrafts and facilities. Facilities such as hangars, which could be used by not only Uganda Air Cargo, but by players in the aviation industry, Uganda Airlines. The joint venture partner also committed to provide an overarching boost to the air transport business in the country, including facilitating external marketing of various goods, thus contributing to the overall economic development. So on top of providing the aircrafts, they were also supposed to look for markets for some of our goods. Also in the joint venture, the option was comparatively better in the medium and long-term business projections. For example, it would entail training of Uganda Air Cargo Corporation staff by the joint venture and at their own cost. There was also leasing or direct acquisition of aircrafts, which was too expensive for us and financially untenable due to, of course, our financing constraints, because you know that we've been before Parliament before requesting for money to support Uganda Air Cargo Corporation, and we were given some money, yes, but which up to now we haven't received.
But you are not complaining, Madam Biengoma.
She's a soft lady. She's actually complaining, as you heard.
No,
We've not received.
I'm
the way you do it, Madam Biengoma, is when you come here and tell us that you have not been given the money that we appropriated for you, you show us evidence of your demands. Then we take it up. The same way we are going to ask you some questions about unpaid bills by the UPDF, is we put to task the Ministry of Finance. But you will provide us with that evidence so that we can help you follow up. We will do the debt collection for you. Proceed, ma'am.
We'll give you the letters, Chairman.
And the commitment must also have timelines that we expect the same by close of business tomorrow.
Today.
Today.
Yeah. We have them here. Again.
Oh, very good. Okay.
No, our letters to PSST about Uganda Air Cargo payment.
Don't worry, our system is on and is recording the whispering.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So 2B was, what was the process that was followed in identifying and sourcing the joint venture partner? And our response is that a decision for Uganda Air Cargo Corporation to partner with Alpha MBM Aviation, DWC, LLC in a joint venture came about when His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda had a discussion with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum of the United Arab Emirates. The two heads of delegation agreed that the latter would invest in the Uganda Air Cargo Corporation and the general aviation sector of Uganda. And following that meeting, a delegation led by His Excellency, His Highness, visited Uganda and held a follow-up meeting with a delegation from the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs on 11th May 2023 at Serena Hotel. And this meeting was attended on behalf of the Republic of Uganda by the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense, the General Manager of Uganda Air Cargo, the Legal Officer of Ministry of Defense, the Operations Officer, Uganda Air Cargo, the Legal Assistant, Uganda Air Cargo, and a representative from the Attorney General's Chambers and the Finance Officer, Uganda Air Cargo. In this meeting, both parties unanimously agreed that the investment proposal could be best actualized through a formal joint venture agreement. And pursuant to that meeting's decision and following the approval of the joint venture by Cabinet, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs generated the draft joint venture agreement in collaboration with Uganda Air Cargo Corporation, the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the Ministry of Works, the Ministry of Lands, and the Attorney General. The joint venture agreement was cleared by the Solicitor General for signature by the parties and thereafter executed by the parties on the 22nd of May 2024. So, sir, we have I think passed on the agreement. 2C was to what extent was Uganda Air Cargo involved in the negotiation and procurement of the joint venture? A response, we are saying that UACC was fully involved and it's participated in all the processes leading to the execution of the subject joint venture agreement and the joint venture company as explained. Right from the beginning, including but not limited to meetings held on 11th May 2023 at Serena Hotel and on 7th June 2023 at Uganda Air Cargo Corporation Boardroom at Entebbe, and several other meetings including with His Excellency the President at State House, and I think even at the Prime Minister's office. So Uganda Air Cargo was really very involved in all these negotiations in procuring this joint venture. 2D was whether the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs is aware of our partner's failure to fulfill its obligations under the joint venture agreement. We are saying that we are not aware of our partner's failure to fulfill its obligations under the joint venture agreement, and the joint venture company was actually duly incorporated on 28th March 2025. So each party is still working on fulfilling its obligations under the joint venture agreement, but it's not that either party has failed to meet its obligations. They are still working on whatever is not yet done. Issue number 3.
I think let's exhaust number 2, because it's the crux of the matter.
All right.
Would you avail to to Madame Bien.
Visitor.
Mm.
So we want to hear from that person that to what extent or why not, because you have
You have a chairman with photographic memory of everything that has transpired since we started.
okay.
And as we move along, your issue will be very well answered. And I was actually reading your thing here. But please look at page 7. Beginning, citing a potential solution from report as Annex N, instructed the corporation to halt all efforts aimed at either leasing or purchasing a Hercules L-130 aircraft and concentrate on working with the partner. However, to date, the partner has not been able to provide any Hercules aircraft nor any other to the corporation, as was expected. Mark the word. 1, the words. To date, the partner has not been able to provide any. That's number 1. 2, as expected. And you are saying there have not been any breach? First, respond to that before the members come.
Yes, record of what we have. The understanding I want to put before this committee is that the MOU was signed between Ministry of Defense representing the Republic of Uganda, and that was by the PS and the partner, the joint venture. In that we had to make a joint venture that is referred to here by the general manager. That is the implementing document. That's when we are the parents of Uganda Air Cargo. By law, Uganda Air Cargo had to be in joint venture with this partner through this document, which was incorporated on 28th of March this year. So what has been there has not been any ping pong. Even before this document was made, the partners had to demonstrate their ability, and they brought an aircraft in Entebbe before all this. So some ad hoc way of working was taking place. But now...
Only both or both. The government acts ad hocly?
Let me withdraw that and get a better word.
You see,
So,
by the time you see somebody from Kasiro,
especially you would be knowing, especially from...
that one is one.
Yes, and you?
Laughing at you. That you did things ad hoc.
No, what I wanted to portray is that there's willingness to do business with these partners. In our view, they have not defaulted. Neither is the Uganda government or Uganda Air Cargo. We have now a registered, incorporated, articles and memorandum of association, which document is here incorporated as required by law. So if this committee is to do the audit, you should be able to do the audit between that incorporated joint venture, not the memorandum, which was a policy document giving a framework for the operation of the joint venture.
Have you attached that document you're talking about, which we should be interrogating?
We should be attaching many things here. All.
Kindly,
The director
please answer the question I've asked. Have you attached the document? Which you advise is the one we should be interrogating.
Yes, from 28th
Is it
of
attached?
August of March. That is the document that
Honorable Obothobos, when did this relationship
between Uganda Air Cargo and Alpha MBN, legally speaking, 28th of March 2025. That's when the joint venture.
and illegally?
We've not been able to know any. We don't have any illegal dealings.
Well, you're saying when it began legally.
Mr.
You know,
Chairman.
I read your notes, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
And your notes tells me I have to tell you it was done.
So you want to say that my notes were misleading, or you did not understand them?
They were very, very correct. That
Yeah.
I have to tell you
You
legally,
need
not
to
factually.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, clarification.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, we will begin. Yes, let the minister finish his
A
statement.
certificate of compression here with us. We can make copies available. And then the actual
Yes.
joint venture company, which
So,
has a different
Okay.
name.
Between 2024 and 25, what was now the relationship?
Meetings, negotiations, and bringing things to harmony, to alignment. From the first time we had a meeting with the partners at Serena, 11th of March 2023, to when we signed between the Ministry of Defense and those partners, took about 1 year. So
Took about 1 year, but meanwhile the aircraft was at Entebbe.
to demonstrate,
Under what arrangement?
that is the arrangement that I used the word which was not appropriate.
Now you get an appropriate one. You could even get it in Uganda. I will help you.
I think you did not give me that part of the note.
Honorable Casiro.
Chair, just can the Honorable Minister